Torpor, welcome on in. Congratulations on being officially the fastest thing alive, claiming first in the chat for this stream. Hope you're doing well today. I'm actually already painting and already ready to go, so I'm just going to take us through to the painting screen. I am not doing so great today, so it's going to be a fairly chill one. Just getting some bases ready for some rats to sit on them. I've already prepped all the sand, so it's just a case of painting it grey so it looks like stone. Hey Prime B, welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. It'll probably not take me very long to get through like putting the slate colour on everything, but that's fine. You can see I've got some stuff lined up in the background as well. This is stuff that's going to be added to bases to give them a bit more character. Hey Tidders, welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. Yeah, I've very long week, and I know it's only Wednesday, but ugh. I feel like I need a version of the Tintin but Captain It's Only Wednesday meme, but with it reversed, and slow is Captain Haddock and I'm Tintin. Seems like every Wednesday I'm just like, oh, long fucking week, man, lately. Does not feel like only Wednesday. I'm glad I'm not the only one that feels like time is just dilating around them. Not in a fun way. Cyborg, welcome in. Thank you for being subscribed for 39 months. Fucking hell.
Bearded
and yes,
Cyborg
what a
has
week,
been
eh?
a sub
Indeed.
for 39 months. Very naughty. What a week, huh?
Yeah, it's going to be a very sedate one today. I am just so fucking tired. And I've not been in the best headspace for the last few days either. I'm taking steps to resolve that, because I believe I have identified the issue, but it takes time to get these things sorted. And that's paint all over my Pride watch strap. Great. Excuse me while I fix that. There we go, sorted. Because it was a dang bank holiday. You see, I would agree with you, Prime B, if it wasn't for the fact that I worked the bank holiday. I'm off on Friday. Warning, potential cheeky off-schedule stream incoming. I mean, there will be a cheeky off-schedule stream incoming, but, I mean, an additional cheeky off-schedule stream incoming. No, they didn't make me work a bank holiday, Prime B. what you've got to remember is I work for an American company, and 2/3 of our security team are based in the UK. And my boss and I take it in turns to work the bank holiday to make sure that the security mailbox and everything is covered on a bank holiday. And it's normally not a problem. But on this occasion, my boss was in America for work. And everything went wrong over the weekend. So I had a lot of work to do when I logged on. And because my boss was traveling home from the States on Monday, and UK air traffic control fucked itself, I had no backup. I had no backup whatsoever. So yeah, it's been a interesting few days, to say the least. My boss is now home safe, which is the important thing. Jet lagged to fuck, bless her. But she is home safe. And all of the things that needed to be done have been done. So, it's all good. Heathrow just went down entirely, right? Yeah. Apparently it was caused by an incorrectly filed flight plan from a French airline. This upcoming weekend is a bank holiday for the USA. It is indeed. But because it's not a bank holiday for the UK, it's not going to cause us any problems because 2 of our staff will be in. So it's not so bad. No, not this time, Tidders, apparently. And hello, Rocket. Welcome on, and I hope you're doing well today. But yeah, so my week has been hectic, and it has worn me the fuck out. And unfortunately, I came into the week not feeling too great, and have just been doing my best to keep my head above water, and not doing a particularly good job of it, I must admit. So like I say, I'm taking steps to resolve that now, but it's going to take some time. And today is just a very kind of... The worst of it is over. I can sit back a little bit and just breathe, which is nice. I wonder what colour we should paint the dragon. I feel like it would probably be either some flavour of stone, or it would be like gold. So I think I'll make it a stone dragon. So I'll put the same colour on the base, and then we'll bring it up and make it lighter. So we'll make it a different kind of stone later. But we'll use the grey as the base. Which does mean, yes, I spent all that time avoiding painting the dragon to then paint the dragon. Sounds like a euphemism. Pearlescent could do it, slightly pearlescent, yeah. So, I mentioned a cheeky off-schedule stream this week. Not because I'm off on the Friday, because this cheeky off-schedule stream that is already planned would be tomorrow. Will be tomorrow, I should say. Some of you may already have figured out what that is. Because tomorrow is the 31st. It's the last day of the month. And therefore the last day on which the August chapter of Sea of Thieves Monkey Island can come out. Early Halloween? Yes, always. Made an unsound decision. Oh, really, Rocket? Found an old Warhammer Siege Tower box from the 90s for €72. That doesn't sound like an unsound decision in the slightest. That sounds like a fucking steal. Some sneaky sellers will sell a single miniature for that kind of money. So... restrained myself to buying just one since the store had two. Fucking hell, Rocket. You find the most amazing shit in stores you go to. You have some serious luck. You'd make a fantastic speedrunner. Just get the best RNG all the time. Wish my luck was that good. Yeah, so tomorrow I will be streaming. Well, I won't be streaming. I will be joining Wib and Longfang for Chapter 2 of the Sea of Thieves Monkey Island content. But it's Thursday tomorrow. So does anyone want to hazard a guess at what that means? Emptying Northern Italy's TTG shops of old Warhammer minis any percent. Yeah, Rocket's already got the world record on that. It's not Friday? Violence? I mean, I suppose. Cheeky off-schedule stream will not be on my channel. It will be on Snipe and Whip's channel. We're taking Monkey Island to Uncooperative Thursday. That made me jump. Hello, Hans. Welcome on in. I hope you're doing well today. Well, if I wasn't awake before, I am now. Some uncooperative monkeying about. Yes. Definitely. I'm quite looking forward to it. Both because I get to play more Monkey Island stuff, and also because I get to spend time with my friends. And call me a sap if you want, but I like spending time with my friends. I'm just battering this Citadel brush. It's okay, it deserves it. Citadel brush is a kind of naff anyway. In my opinion. Found a DVD of all of the Pansera. Oh, wow. Nice one. God, imagine spending time with friends. How cringe. Well, I am very cringe. What can I say? Also, I appreciate that watching me paint grey onto several sanded bases isn't exactly exciting, but I hope you folks don't mind. I think if I do any more batch painting in future, I might take this approach instead of the approach that I tried to take with the rats initially. Because the reason I'm doing this rather than painting rats, other than because this is easy to do and my brain hurts, is because I kept accidentally taking paint off of the rats as I was batch painting them because they weren't affixed to anything. And I didn't have enough space to, like, stick them all on a plank of wood or something like that. And this is not a version of this track I've heard before. Like, the original version's in my bass playlist. Bit of a surprise. And actually, I'm going to show you one of the ones that we stuck to his bass. So this guy, now I can just handle him by the bass, and I can stick him by the bass onto the painting handle. There we go. Bit more light for you. So I'm not going to be taking any more paint off of the tail or the feet.
And anyone who says otherwise is wrong.
The doot is in the heart. It is indeed Cyborg. So this is going to be a lot easier. So I think what I'll do in future, if I'm trying to batch paint stuff, is I'll batch paint the bases. I'll base coat the miniatures. This is one which we prepared earlier. Indeed. We do still have the Blue Peter command. I think it still works. Did I say hello, Cypher, and that I hope you're well? I think I did, but my brain is just so much mush right now. Yeah. So I think I'll base coat, I'll set the bases up, and then, or to an extent set the bases up. I'll paint the bases where they need painting, like here. I'll base coat the miniatures to go on the bases, and then I'll paint them on the bases, because I can be fairly careful about how I apply the paint to the attachment points. I mean, if I could pin them all, I'd just do that instead, but it's not exactly doable with tiny rat feet. Hello, Pudlord. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. God, my brain is melting so hard. I may call the stream early just because I don't feel great. But I wanted to stream for you folks. Like, we missed last Wednesday because of me having fucking work training. I think we missed the week before that because I was having the Windows installed. I don't remember. But, like, we've missed a lot of hobby happy hours recently, and I'm not down with that because I can't seem to find the time to paint outside of them at the minute either. So, not just for you folks, but also for me, I want to try and, even if it's only short streams, I want to try and do hobby happy hours. Self-care is most important. I 100% agree, Tidders. Actually, that's a point. Some of you aren't on Twitter. Some of you were on Twitter but aren't anymore for very fair reasons. So you may not have seen anything about this. But there's... can't remember what it's officially called, but there's a challenge going around certain parts of Twitch by the sounds of things, where streamers shut themselves in like a closet or a very small room for 3 days, and their chat are given the ability to, like, drop flashbangs on them and loud noises squirt them with a water pistol, shit like that. Just basically terrorize them whilst they're locked in this dark room for 3 days. Yeah, the ice cream vans round here are super fucking expensive. It's like £6. Fuck that. So torture, yeah, exactly, Pudlord. And the worst of it is, so the first person that did it by the sounds of things was promised a new car if they managed to survive. If they managed to make it to the end of the 3 days. And the second person that did it, who did it because they'd seen this other person fail at it, decided to do it, and if they didn't manage to succeed, they were going to have their car crushed. So they were doing it out of fear of their car being destroyed. And they made it, like, I think it was 2.5 days or something like that. Or 1.5 days. Before the constant text-to-speech spam, flashbangs, being squirted with water guns, pelted with eggs, and, frankly, being locked in a tiny room in the dark with no means of escape, caused them to have a really severe panic attack, having never had one in their life before. And now their car's been crushed. Because they're human and had a human response to inhuman treatment that they inflicted on themselves. And it struck me that they must have absolutely no fucking boundaries whatsoever in their chat. And they've not set any boundaries for themselves. Because, like, I would never do something like that. And I know if I'm doing something that is a little bit more physically and mentally taxing, like when I did the fundraiser marathon stream that ended up lasting like 36 hours, you folks will do everything in your power to make sure that I'm taking care of myself over the course of that. It's just like such a weird dichotomy. Hello, Hulu. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. But for folks in chat that are streamers themselves, please, 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 I know you wouldn't because you're bright sparks and you're lovely people and you understand the importance of taking care of yourself, but please, please, please do not get involved in this silly little fad. It's dangerous in a number of ways. And I'm really hoping that after what happened with this streamer, that the fad dies a death before it manages to really sink its teeth into anybody. It's just absolutely horrifying. Followed by the lotion on the skin challenge. Yeah, a little bit. Rubs the lotion on its skin or else it gets the bit-powered hose again. But yeah, I was thinking about how lovely and supportive everyone was when I did the big fundraiser stream. Like, you folks torture me with ooh-woos and things like that. But that's, you know, that's gentle torture. Okay, Cypher, if you're going to redeem your uwu today, you will not get it today because I am not in the headspace to do that. But I will honour it when I am feeling better. Okay? Because I know you're very excited about that. Oh wow, Rocket's just straight in there with a Guide the Raid when we've only been live for 25 minutes. I had to look at the thing then. I have no idea what time it is. My concept of time is fucked. I'll wait till you're better. Oh, bless you, Cypher. Like I say, I'd honour it even if you'd redeemed it now. I'd honour it at a later date. I keep notes on these things, you see. Gentle torture, Madam Guinea. Yeah. Making an investment, fair play. I spent yesterday thinking it was today. Oh, fucking mood. Okay. Because of what I'm painting, I need way more paint than normal for this. So, just making some more. Making some more slate grey. Oh, Tidders. We're all really good at time here. Time is something that happens to other people. Not quite enough Fenrisian grey, I don't think. No. Oops. Time is a lie. There is only sleepy time and food time, and both of those times are all the time. Got the eldest registered to do their A-levels. Oh, shit. You're having an intense couple of days where it comes to, like, big parent moments, aren't you? Was it today or yesterday? I saw the post on the Discord about getting your kids a uniform. It might have been Monday. Again, bad at time. I don't know if it's going to rain or if it's just because I'm so tired, but my head really hurts as well. Not like in a loud noises is a problem kind of way, just in a I can feel it. You know when you're just in the kind of pain where it's like, this is a thing that exists that I don't normally think about. That pain. I really like the way the sand's gone on so unevenly, because it makes like a really nice kind of almost concretey look, I guess. But very uneven concrete. But Lord, thank you for the hydrate. I'll deal with that in a moment. Put that there. Thank you. I mean, accurate, Tidders. But I don't know about you, but I've sort of phased out the omnipresent pain. That's just sort of standard pain that's always there, so my brain shut that bit of the pain receptors off, essentially. And new pain is just like, oh, that wasn't there before. That's kind of annoying. Used an old passport of them for ID. Ooh. No complaints, I suppose? Otherwise you would have... Can phase out omnipresent pain? Fuck. Well, I've been dealing with it for over a decade, Podlord, so... It was phase it out or just, you know... Mine refuses to do that. Oh, that sucks. Slow finds it really funny because I'm in such constant pain that I don't notice it most of the time, and then he'll, like, if I'm sat on the couch with my feet up, he'll give my foot an affectionate rub and I'll just sort of melt into a puddle as my brain goes, hey, that was in pain and now it's not. And I just, like, I can't process the fact that that isn't hurting and I don't need to phase it out anymore. It's really difficult to explain unless you've experienced it yourself, but hopefully I'm doing a good enough job that you kind of get where I'm coming from. I mean, my omnipresent pain is brain illness, oof, and classic decades of stiffness, oof. I mean, the latter I completely understand, because right there with you. Okay, we've only got a few bases left to base code. Thanks to my girlfriend, 2 other people, only one of which she at least knew I started playing Battletech. Oh, cool. Even visible for a couple of seconds in the German Champion Games stream because if I were playing that, I'm fine. Oh, bless you, Hulu. I have started taking the approach to the I am bad at this thing, where I just go, I may be bad at it, but I enjoy it, and you know what? I'm going to give it a go. And I say this having submitted a bunch of games to a speedrun marathon, even though, like, some of them I am not very good at. I'm good enough, but I'm not very good. You see what I mean? But you don't have to be a world record holder to enter a marathon. You just have to have the want and the drive to do it. And a game that you can run. I would make a joke about my art, but I'm getting better. I'm almost mediocre. I would not say that is true, Cypher. Calling you mediocre is unfair to yourself. Also, you are getting better because you keep practicing. You don't get better at things unless you keep doing them, which is another reason that I want to make sure I'm not missing so many painting streams, because if I don't practice painting, I'm never going to get better at being a painter. Practice makes perfect, as my sensei used to say. I mean, he was a cunt, but that was the one thing he said that was at least in the ballpark of accuracy. Still confused by people speedrunning Loom with Slowpoke Sociopath Bob in. I have the utmost respect for Loom speedrunners. Because speedrunning any game that has any element of RNG is always stressful, but speedrunning a game where literally the only core mechanic that isn't randomized is the thing that you get right at the beginning of the game, that takes special kind of skill. Props to them. I mean, really, anyone that willingly and what's the word I'm looking for here? Competently speedruns a point-and-click adventure game is impressive in my books. I don't think I could do it. Like, it's too ingrained in me now that you click on everything. You know? How fast can you slam the keys for the drafts go? Yeah. Well, it's the folks that do it on the hardest setting as well that impress me, because then you're basically speedrunning sheet music and playing by ear, which is not a skill that everybody has. In order to speedrun point and clicks, you need to hate point and clicks. BRB getting all the world records. Well, no, you have to love them. But you have to love them enough that you're willing to sacrifice the fun dialogue. And I don't think I don't think I can do that. How could I ever deprive you all of, for example, the delightful psychopathy of Max the rabbit? Sorry, Max the hyperkinetic rabbity thing, I should say. Oh, that one's going to need some more paint. From what I understand, the Discworld one is one of the worst for speedrunning just because it's so pixel hunt heavy. A child willing to sacrifice a child. Oh, dialogue. Yes, dialogue. Play it like an IGN reviewer. Yeah, basically. That's what you have to do. Oh, I've just had a thought. I'm going to add something to the queue if I can find it. Oh, it might be right near the bottom. There we go. And we're looking for... It's goodbye, isn't it? Yeah, pretty sure it's goodbye. This one's a good one. Let's have this in the playlist. I like this. Congratulations, whoever put this in. It has been added to the jukebox. Can't do anything right. No, it cannot. My mother got Key and I a Nintendo Switch Sports as a birthday present. Oh! Is that a good thing? Also, welcome in, Buff. I don't think I said hello to you yet. Or did I? God, my brain. Curse you, brain. First September, so Friday. That was why I stalled for a second, because I was like, I swear, Buff and Kian's birthday hasn't been yet. Nintendo Switch Sports is good, still terrible at the golf. Ah, but everybody's terrible at golf, and if they tell you otherwise, they're lying. Half of the fun of golf is being shit at it. Video game golf, that is. Yes, perfect colour first time. That's better. Let's get some of the excess off of the brush. They added Chamberas to it so you can fight with swords. Oh, cool. Very cool. Ooh, sorry, lamp. Just punching my lamp. Oh yeah, so I've been making a new attempt at Blasphemous recently. Tried to play it a couple of years ago and really fucking struggled. But I've come back to it now, armed with more knowledge of the genre and quite a fair bit more experience of it too. And I wouldn't say I'm doing amazingly, but I'm certainly doing better than I did last time I tried to play it. I beat a boss yesterday on my second attempt, and I would have beat them on my first attempt if it hadn't been for the fact that I couldn't figure out how to cause them damage for a little bit. And then I finally figured it out, but I'd already taken quite a fair bit of damage myself by that point. But their health was like teeny tiny little bit of a bar left when they killed me. So I'm quite proud of myself for that. I feel like I've progressed as a gamer over the last couple of years, which is a nice feeling. You know, they say that you get worse at video games as you get older, but I'm getting better, and I'm happy with that. At least I'm good at something, I suppose. Oh, this is the track that I put into the queue. This is not one available on Spotify, and is a track that I figured certain members of the community would probably appreciate, especially considering the game that came out recently. That's not fixed properly. I was at a movie store earlier today, took many photos and went to a public bathroom in it. Say heinous offensive defacements. Find staff, and they seemed genuinely shocked by it. Huh. Saw heinous things. Okay, I'm understanding now. Wow. I take it the staff said they were going to do something about it then. You get worse at rapid reaction games like Twitch shooters, but better at other games. Okay. I never really played any kind of shooters when I was younger, so... Can't really get worse at things you didn't play, can you? Yeah, I'm finding I'm really enjoying it. And the sense of achievement I get when I beat something, or when I get to a new location, or manage to travel further than I have before, it's nice. And it's a really pretty game. Fucking depressing, but really pretty. It's not a happy game. That's better. Stay brush. Sit. Good brush. Hello, Waffle. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. I would like to bring to the record that Brian Blessed needs to do more voiceover things. Yes, he does. Brian Blessed has a fantastic fucking voice. Good brush or guy brush? No, this is definitely good brush. Well, no, it's not. It's bad brush. That's why it's being used to paint sand. It's also not boy brush. Still the daftest fucking name for a child ever. But so perfect. Like, I wouldn't have changed a thing about that game. I really wouldn't have. Absolute delight. If Mr. Threepwood became a philosopher, would that make him Wybrush Threepwood? Because of how he got his name, no. But I see what you did there, and I appreciate it. Brian Blessed is a very thoughtful man. He is. He's a good bean. He's Brian. Okay, we can clean bad brush now. Guybrush starts doing not safe for work stuff, he becomes only brush. Oh my god, I bet that's a thing, you know? There's bound to be some sort of fucking Guybrush Threepwood themed porn out there, and that makes me very, very nervous and slightly sad. Okay, let's use... Full of thoughts, Brian Blessed. Couldn't relate. Okay, so all of our little rat bases are now grey. So let's pick one and give it some shading. So I'm just going to grab a bit of Fenrisian grey that I've got at the back of the palette and mix it into the corner of my big splodge of slate grey so that we get like a lighter slate grey. I want as little as possible on the brush. There we go. We'll speckle some of the Null Oil wash onto it as well, just to give it a little bit of extra depth. Perfect. That one's ready to go. We may actually put some little slate embellishments on some of these as well. Like this one's perfect the way it is because it's got lots of sort of big bits of sand on it. It's got lots of rocks and nice bit of detail already. And some of them have already got little... Okay, I need to adjust my setup because I'm not using those yet. So they're fine over there. There we go. There we go. Now I've actually got space to do things. I'm going to put this here and leave it open and hope I don't knock it over. Does feel like I'm tempting fate a little bit though. But yeah, we might put some slate pieces on some of them. Not the ones that have already got like lots going on them. But some like this where they're fairly flat. There's not a lot to pick out. We might put a little bit of slate on them. I've got plans for a couple of them as well. But I'm not going to tell you what they are until we get to them. Got to keep some mystery while I'm painting, don't I? I had to explain the different stages of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Small baby, Space Jesus, Dilf, Punished Kenobi, OAP1 Kenobi. Bravo, bravo. I would have loved if Brian Blessed had done the voice for LeChuck. Not that I dislike the original voice actor, but I am just imagining the power of that voice. Oh yeah, Brian Blessed would have made a fantastic LeChuck. No denying that. Like, if they ever did a Monkey Island movie, I think Brian Blessed would make a fantastic movie LeChuck. I mean, technically, we've had a Monkey Island movie. Technically, but it's not really a Monkey Island movie because they couldn't get that greenlit. You know what? Fuck it. A Monkey Island movie that was that wasn't torpedoed and warped, that is, yes. They did, it starred Johnny Depp. Exactly, Cypher, and that's what I meant by technically. Pirates of the Caribbean was originally a Monkey Island movie, technically. Which is why there are so many similarities between Monkey Island and the first Pirates of the Caribbean film. Ron Gilbert worked on both of them, you know. And if you look at some of the production design, like the early production design for Pirates of the Caribbean, very, very Monkey Island. I would absolutely adore it if we just got a proper Monkey Island movie, though. Brian Blessed's voice is classified as a form of unstoppable force. It is the one true unstoppable force. That makes me sad. Yeah, me too, Waffle. Like, I'm glad that Gilbert got to work on Pirates of the Caribbean, but I would have loved an actual Monkey Island movie. So, I think we've all sort of agreed that Brian Blessed would be the perfect LeChuck. Who would we have as Guybrush in our theoretical Monkey Island live-action movie? And who would we have as Elaine? Because obviously we've got to have an Elaine. Jason Schwartzman. I'm trying to think what I might have seen Jason Schwartzman in. The name rings a bell. Andrew Garfield? Andrew Garfield could work, yeah. Tobey Maguire. You know what? I think Tobey Maguire could rock the Guybrush look. Especially the pink dress from 2. Tom Holland? Oh, Tom Holland would be a wonderful Guybrush. He's got the right kind of overexcited puppy vibes, you know? Doesn't matter how old he is, but you'll always just be like, yeah, sweet kid, you know? He just gives off, yeah, sweet kid vibes. Most Wes Anderson things. Also Gideon Graves things. That's why I recognise the name. Yeah, I know who you're talking about now. Terrible with names. Quite a few potential Guybrushers there. Joanna Lumley as Elaine. Yeah, she'd be fucking amazing. But you're right, she's probably especially if we have someone like Tom Holland as Guybrush, that would probably be a little bit jarring for folk. Was Elaine older than Guybrush? I don't think it was ever really specified. She was certainly more mature than him. But that doesn't really mean anything in terms of actual age. Hello, Grox. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. Oh, yeah. Him that played Pippin were great. Is it Billy Boyd? Given that she was a full-ass adult in the first game, but so was Guybrush. He's just a fuckwit. Guybrush is 17. He's not 17. He's older than that. I swear he is. I mean, I could be wrong, but I swear he's older than that. Wasn't 21 until the 3rd game. But the 3rd game was done by a different team. So it's up in the air, like things like that, how accurate they are between anything after 2. It's kind of a question mark as to the accuracy of the deep lore stuff, as it were. But I don't think she was much older than him, is the point I'm trying to make here. Deep lore, like age. Well, it's completely unimportant to the plot. So it does kind of count as deep lore. I'll have to refer to my age as deep lore. I mean, I'd say my age is deep lore, but it's not. You all know how old I am. Love Emma Stone, but I don't know if I could buy her as Elaine. She would fit with either Holland or Garfield. Yeah, I guess. I'm trying to think who I'd have as Elaine. I genuinely don't know. Like, I wouldn't want someone like Scarlett Johansson or someone like that who's just in fucking everything. You know? I'd like somebody else to have a turn in the spotlight. Ah, but we're talking live action buff. You know who else would make an amazing LeChuck? Obviously would have to wear a suit of some description. But Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill would make an amazing fucking LeChuck. Scarlett Johansson would be cast as the voodoo lady. No, she wouldn't. I know that's a playful jab at the live action Ghost in the Shell movie, but like of course his name goes out of my brain the second I need it. No. Cannot summon it, too tired. Oh, Mark Hamill as Murray would be amazing. Wanda Sykes as the voodoo lady. Yep, down with that. Jack Black would also make a really good LeChuck. Oishi. I didn't even need to look it up. I pulled up Google and my brain went, Mamoru Oishi. That's the name you're looking for. Mamoru Oishi, the guy who wrote the Ghost in the Shell manga, the thing that everything else is based on, was really, really happy with ScarJo being cast as Kusanagi. He thought she was a perfect fit for the role, and he said that he'd always intended that Makoto kind of transcends any, like, race barrier. Like, she's a fucking robot body. She can look however she wants, you know? And I was very iffy about the whole thing, and the animated movie is way better than the live-action movie. There is no denying that. But after reading him saying that, I was just like, he's got a fucking point, and it's his work that this is based on. If anybody's gonna have the authoritative say on whether she deserves to be in the movie or not, it's him. He's happy with it, so... Oh, yeah, sorry. Thank you, Pudlord. I always mix the two of them up, which I think is reasonable. Especially when my brain's melting, but thank you, Pudlord. yeah, it was Masamune rather than Oishi. Though I think Oishi was quite happy with the live action movie as well. Another one for Guybrush. What about the guy who played the player character in Jedi Fallen Order? Would that be for live action? Because, like, Dominic Armato is still very, very active as a VA. So, like, VA-wise, we'd have original Guybrush. I forgot to base coat it, but I didn't. It's better. Oishi has a great creative voice, and I'd say his major wasn't exactly not white. Yeah, well, that's the thing. I mean, again, it's a robot body. It can look however the wearer wants. But yeah. It's difficult to really discern race with manga and anime characters because, you know, they are depicted often as the default for how the mangaka perceives others around them. So it's sort of it depends on what they were going for, doesn't it? It's very subjective. But yeah. If the people that brought us the original content that the film is based on are happy with it, then I see no reason to get het up about it, basically. It would have been nice for somebody less prolific to have gotten the role, don't get me wrong. That would have been fucking amazing. Because it's nice to give other actors a chance. Sort of giving everything to the big celebrity. But, yeah. I just don't see the point in getting angry about stuff that, one, I can't change, two, doesn't have any effect on me. Torpor, thank you for the meat mecha maintenance. I will deal with that as soon as I have put this base down. Folks, this is mandatory for me because Torpor has paid for it. For all of you, it is actively encouraged that you join in by having a little stretch, checking that you're not shrimping up too much, which is very, very easy to do when you're painting, and having a little drink. Deborah Wilson. What will I have seen Deborah Wilson in, Tidders? Let me check. Fair play. I still can't think of anyone to play Elaine. It's really bugging me. Oh, wait, no. What's her name? Anya Taylor-Joy. Gits Live Action has some great costumes and props. Great Adam Savage video on it. Agreed, Pudlord. I have seen that video. Very much enjoyed it. Ah, someone for Fallen Order. Right. Still need to play those. Amy Adams could be good, yeah. Isn't Deborah Wilson Savathun? Oh, God. Governor Savathun Threepwood Marley of Melee Island. That's a scary thought. Oh, that's way too much. It's better. Actually, we might be able to work with that. Yeah, be fine. Hive god of lies and pirates. Exactly. Trying to think who the other actress I'm thinking of is, who I think might actually be a really, really good Elaine, because she's just really talented. She was Starbuck in the Battlestar Galactica remake, and she played one of the Mandalorians whose name I forget now that I need it. Like every other fucking name that I've needed tonight. Bo-Katan, yes. Katie Sackhoff, that's her name. Thank you, folks. Yeah, I think Katie Sackhoff could make a good Elaine, because she's a really, really good actress. I feel like she gets typecast a lot as well, so putting her in a swashbuckler, like a swashbuckle comedy, would be really fun. Just get her out of her comfort zone a little bit, you know? Love her as Bo-Katan. Yeah, me too. She is a perfect live-action Bo-Katan. I think my favourite thing that I've seen her in was Sexy Evil Genius. She's really good in that. Katie Sackhoff as Starbuck may have been a slight queer awakening. That is absolutely fucking fair. She's the only Bo-Katan, yes. Kirsten Bell, yeah? Yeah, I can see that. Trying to think who else we'd... Oh, okay. Otis. Because Otis is a recurring character, so we need to think about who'd play Otis. And I want to say Sam Rockwell. Yes, I know I say Sam Rockwell should be in everything, but that's because he's brilliant and actually a really decent human being, and decent human beings in Hollywood deserve more roles. So there. Steve Buscemi would also be very good as Otis. Sam Rockwell would make a decent Guybrush. Yeah, he would, I think, actually. Really, he seems to be the kind of guy that can turn his hand to anything. So, yeah. I could definitely get behind that. Anna Kendrick as Elaine. Yeah. David Tennant as Murray. Yeah. I could maybe see that. Hello, Aldo. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. Who else have we got? Oh, I'm gonna need to look up her name because I don't actually know her real name. I just know characters she's played in things. But okay, I'm probably gonna mispronounce her name. Uzo Aduba, who played Suzanne in Orange is the New Black for the Swordmaster of Melee Island. Because, again, fucking great. Fucking great actress. Would love to see her in more stuff. Maury David Tennant will probably sound a lot like the Lord Commander from Final Space. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, we've got 3. Oh, that's twice I've knocked that now. That one's done. Okay, these 2 need a little bit more TLC to be done. So we're getting to the end of the prepping the bases session. Oh yes, we need to think about who would play Stan. Haven't played the Space Quest games, Waffle. They're on the list. Now, this one's slightly bigger than the others. This is for our, I don't know where he is, our fancy rat boy over there. So this is going to have some interesting stuff added to it. Give it a bit of special character. John Hammer's Stan. Okay, I could get behind that. Also Bruce Campbell. Bruce Campbell as Stan would be very good, yes. I mean, Bruce Campbell just plays Bruce Campbell in everything he's in, but Charlie Day. Okay. Name rings a bell, but I'm not quite sure why. Okay, I think we need this to be... Oh... Charlie from Always Sunny. I've not seen Always Sunny. But I'll take your word for it. Oh. I know what's going on here. Did I catch the base between my knees? No, I didn't. Where did it go? I think it's on the floor. Excuse me a sec. Salvaged. Okay. Sorry about that. Hear me out, but Danny DeVito. Okay, yeah. I'd be willing to be willing to give that a chance. Kaiju nerd scientist from Pacific Rim. Ah, right. Thank you, Buff. Because of course I understand Pacific Rim references. You could sell me a boat. Yeah, fair. Okay, so we've had to think about Guybrush, we've had to think about Elaine, we've had to think about LeChuck, not that that was much of a contest. We've had to think about Stan and Murray and Otis. And the Swordmaster and the Voodoo Lady. I think we've covered about everybody, haven't we? Herman Toothrot. Ooh. Ooh, that's a difficult one. Who would play the very polite cannibals? You know what? I'd want them to be, you know how Daniel Craig plays a stormtrooper? I'd want them, the three cannibals, to be, like, the most famous people in the entire movie, and you never ever see their faces because they're always wearing their cannibal masks. I would love that. Cobb! Have Cobb played by Brian Moriarty. Yes. I'm down with that. That would be perfect. Yeah, I don't know who would play Herman. No, Nicolas Cage is Cobb. Yeah, I could see that. Chris Pine, Cumberbatch, and Hugh Grant as the cannibals. Yes. I love that idea. I love the idea of having, like, really popular, really big actors in non-speaking roles where you never see their face and don't know it's them. I find that really funny. I mean, I know where Daniel Craig's concerned, he was filming something else a couple of sound stages over or something like that, saw they were doing Star Wars and was like, can I have a bit part, please? But Bryan Cranston as Herman, okay, that would be good. That would be good. Bryan Cranston is a really good actor. Or, you know who else would be good? Oh, fuck, what's his name? Plays Hop in, Stranger Things. Detective Hopper. In Clash of the Titans, behind David Harbour, that's the one. Thank you. In Clash of the Titans, behind one of the thrones is Nanny McPhee hiding. Oh, that's cool. See, I love stuff like that. I think David Harbour would be a good Herman Toothrot. Who would play the three pirate captains? Because as much as they don't turn up in every single game, they are a really important part of the first one. It's better. Patrick Stewart, Jonathan Frakes, Marta Sirtis. Three captains could be Auntie Donna, Charlie Day, Sir Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen, and Brian Blessed. Yeah, Brian Blessed as LeChuck, though. You know what? I'd want at least one of them. I say at least one of them. I'd want one of them to be Carl Urban. I think Carl Urban, Viggo Mortensen, and somebody else. But I don't know who else. Preferably some double casting saves money. Orlando Bloom. Oh, yes. Okay, so you have Orlando Bloom as one of the three pirate captains as a nod to Pirates of the Caribbean. I love it. Perfect. Make him the most incompetent one of the three. Like the really stupid one. Just as a little bit of sand in the eye. Have Sean Bean not dying, and he's Legolas. Yeah, that's true. Could have Sean Bean not dying. It's nice when Sean Bean doesn't die in things. Speaking of which, I need to see if I've won that copy of Silent Hill. I am making attempts to own the Silent Hill movies, folks. I really want to watch them, and they are not available to stream anywhere. So I went on eBay looking for cheap copies, and guess what? There's loads of them, because nobody likes those movies, apparently. Works out for me, though. I mean, I say that there's loads of cheap copies. There is one of them, which is a fan-made movie, which is not cheap. But I kind of want to get it, because it seems to be very well liked. And I want to watch it. It's like 30 quid. Because it was a very limited print, by the looks of things. Like, you can still get it from the original creators. But it's 30 quid from them too, so. It depends on how your contract works, Buff. So from what I understand, you're either contracted for, like, a certain amount of lines, or you're contracted for a certain amount of hours, or you're contracted per character. And I think normally they go with the first one because it works out somehow cheaper.
For me, won't you?
Oh, Mum, thank you for the hydrate and welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. Okay. I think that's all of the bases. Oh no, this one needs a little bit more work. But we're nearly there with it. There we go. That's better. Now we can close that so I don't have to live in fear of knocking it over. Put that down. And I think it's time to paint some little extra bits. And then we can start looking at sticking some rats to them. Wouldn't that be nice? Sean Bean as Murray, died but not dead. Perfect. Starting school soon. That's very exciting, Mum. Coming to see me first, though, right? Oh, if you'd all like a laugh at my expense, a couple of streams ago I said I didn't have any super glue. See this here? I bought this middle of last week because I didn't have any super glue. I did have super glue. I had 2 brand new full bottles of super glue that I hadn't used that were in a drawer over here, but they used to live in a box over there. And because they weren't in the box over there anymore, because I moved everything around, I forgot I had them. And then when I was getting new palette paper out of the drawer this evening, like, just by default went straight over to the drawer when palette paper's in here.
Here's a wee
There was the glue.
folks. Go and take your meds if you haven't already.
I'm a spanner. Thank you for the Medicate reminder for those that need it, Rocket. I actually remembered to take my meds for a change. And no worries at all, Cypher. Thank you for popping in tonight. It's been lovely to have you. I hope the rest of your evening is lovely. There's the one I was looking for. Oops. I'll only put a little bit of this. It is skeleton bone. 3 guesses what we're painting with it. And a little bit of spaceship exterior, which we're going to use for the... I'll refund you for that raid redemption, Rocket. Unless you wanted to suggest somebody else instead. It's my experience when someone moves something from where I put them. I'm not going to find it again and I just get angry. Well, I moved these myself to make them easier for me to access. So, no one to get angry at, but... I've got extra glue now. Duke goes live tonight, I'd say raid him. Okay. We can do that. Trying to figure out where the optimal place to put this is so you folks can actually see what I'm doing. Should be doing more mech war crimes tonight. Oh, very cool. I am very tempted to pick up AC6, but I know I would really struggle with it. And it's a game that it would take me a long, long time to get anywhere with. So I don't really want to spend like 60 quid on it right now, when I've got so many other games I need to play or finish. Especially seen as a couple of very nice game devs notified me today that they have decided to let me have early access codes for their games. God, it's pricey. Yeah, like Slow bought it from Fanatical at my suggestion because it was 13% discounted. But even then, it's still really fucking expensive. Yeah, I hope you're doing well today, Kian. Too much. Can we just take a moment to bask in the glory of the fact that I haven't used the Psycho in like 3 weeks, on or off stream? I've been doing all my painting using bigger brushes than that. That's what we call character development. Tired. Oh boy, do I know that feeling, Kian. Oops, sorry. Punch in the microphone. So I've mixed a bit of the spaceship exterior with the skeleton bone to make a slightly paler colour, which is what I'm using to sort of stipple, for want of a better description, the skull now. I'll darken it back down in some places in a minute. Ooh, excuse me, rats. Okay, this rat is just getting in my way. I'm gonna move them. Button's getting dusty though, so you know, if you fancy it. Alright, fine. Give me a minute. Okay, that's not even the Psycho, that's the insane detail. Where's my Psycho gone? It's been that long since I've used it that it's gone back into the pot. Holy shit. I never thought that'd happen. Oh, hello, Soup. Welcome on in, and thank you for choosing to spend your Bezos bucks here. For 13 months.
One has been a sub for
Thank you
13
very much.
months. Very naughty. Hello and have some Bezo bucks.
Kian's just like a little trigger happy there. Here you go. Look at that subtle off-white colouring. The tasteful thickness of the bristles. I'm doing this for you, folks. I hope you're proud of yourselves. Just dusting off the command. See, this isn't even the good Psycho. This is the old battered Psycho. Tasteful Thickness has to be an OnlyFans account. Or a Twitter porn account. Okay, no. I can't do it. Would you believe I can't do it? I'm gonna fix the mess I just made doing that. The damage I have caused committing to the bit with the insane detail. There we go. No worries, Keen. Could just be about steak. Yeah, I'm down with that. I mean, food is porn to me, so... There we go. Now our little skull has some soulless eye pits. Just the way we like him. What a beautiful Murray. See? Oh, the contrast's gone all screwy. That's what's up. That's better. Okay. There we go. Let me try that again. What a beautiful Murray. Yo, don't dox my ult on stream. I think he's a very nice little Murray. Got a little bit of skull colouring on the stone there, so we'll just catch that in. There we go. And you know what? Instead of painting another one... Hey, Mech Frog, welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. Instead of painting another one, what we're going to do is we're going to pick a little friend to live on this base. So let's see who we've got. Okay, they're good to go. This little guy's good to go. Should we put him on here? What do you think? I think his feet are in the right sort of position to get around the little skull rock, so that's nice. He looks like he's about to punt the skull. That seems like a very Skaven thing to do. Just, you know, kick a skull for shits and giggles. And yeah, Mechfrog, we're putting our little rat friends on bases because it makes them easier to paint. And we've already got base coats on pretty much all of them. But, like, doing the detailing is really difficult when your little dudes keep losing paint. Do you know that when the Skaven punted the skull, he broke his toes, which is why his scream is so realistic? I see what you did there, Soup. Bravo. Okay, so we've got another little friend on a base. I feel like this is a productive stream. We've got all of our bases at least partially prepped. And we got a little friend on a base. So, you know, we're doing good. I'm gonna just finish painting these two. And then I think what I'll probably do is finish up and then send you folks off to somebody else. And then I'll get them all stuck onto their bases, ready for the next stream. I might even try and get a little bit more of the batch paint done. Once that's all sorted. Because I don't think I've got anything on this weekend. I don't need to learn any new speedruns, because all the speedruns I wanted to have done for the marathon have been submitted. So yeah. Heck, I might even have time to do some painting on Friday, seeing as I'm off work. I mean, I might just end up streaming instead, because there's a couple of games I want to show you folks, and, you know, we're like halfway through Romancylvania, so... We're probably not halfway through, but we're some way through Romancylvania. So I don't want to welch on that to showcase these games, but I do want to showcase these games. So, you know, maybe you'll get a bonus afternoon stream on Friday or something, I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. You're getting an extra stream out of me this week anyway. Now I realised I've been getting all excited about putting these little skulls and things on the bases. I can't get them anymore. These are all part of a basing kit that's been out of production for some time. So I probably should have taken casts of them first. Too late now.
Now all these fucking Zoomers are telling me that I'm out of touch.
And we talked a lot about Monkey Island. We did, and that was really nice. I'll be honest with you, as much as I'm still knackered, I am feeling more mentally and emotionally prepared for the rest of the week, thanks to coming on stream tonight. So I'm glad I didn't cancel this, even though I was feeling like shit when I started it. Like, I'm still kind of blue, but that will change with time. Just gotta be patient with myself and my brain. And yes, I'm an old fart, Tidders. Oh, you folks might enjoy this track. You also might not, but we'll see. Certainly not the best one on this EP, but still pretty good. There's definitely some people in this chat that will appreciate some of the puns on display in this track. Has anyone been watching Ahsoka? I don't think it's bad. It just feels off to the side of where it should be. So, I have been watching Ahsoka. I haven't watched this week's episode yet. I don't know if it's out. But, and this may be a controversial opinion. It's fine. Like, I won't go out on my way to watch it. If Slow wants to watch it with me, I'll watch it. But I'm watching it then because I want to watch it with him. Like, I want to spend time with him. I don't really care about the show. Which is weird, because I fucking loved Rebels, and it's basically live-action Rebels. Well, the continuation thereof. Spending time with your partner, I know, right? Unheard of. Oops. I have just removed paint from the skull. There we go. But yeah, it's all right, but I'm kind of with you, Soup. It doesn't feel quite right somehow. It feels a little bit off. And it may just be, in my case, that there has been so much Star Wars content over the last year or two. And I think I'm just a little oversaturated, you know? Like, when it was just movies, there was at least some lead time between each one. Because they had to, have time to film them and produce them and edit them and market them. And now it's just... It feels like there's no breather. There's no breaks, And it's kind of tiring. Been a lot of things happening in general, yeah. It's like looking at a frame picture where the frame is just slightly crooked, but when you try and correct it, it's still crooked. That is my entire wall, Soup. I know exactly what you mean. I know the last that's playing Ahsoka is getting some serious stick for good reasons, admittedly. But, yeah, that's not really helping with my disinterest in it. Yeah, I just feel like there's so much Star Wars content coming out so quickly. It makes it hard to be excited about stuff. Even stuff that initially I was super hyped for. Because like I say, I loved Rebels. I didn't really care about Star Wars until Slow showed me Clone Wars. And we watched all of Clone Wars together. And we watched Rebels together. And they are, without question, my favourite bits of Star Wars media. Not any of the movies. I've not read any of the books, so I can't comment on them. Can't comment on the comics. But not the live action TV shows, Rebels and Clone Wars. They're the things I love. They're the things that will keep me coming back for more Star Wars. But I just... Just cannot be arsed. And I don't know if that's because I'm feeling kind of generally apathetic at the moment, or if it is because, like I said, there's just been so much Star Wars media come out in such a short space of time in comparison to how things used to be.
Bye, have a great time.
No worries at all, Tidders. You take care. Thank you so much for being here. It's been lovely to have you. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening. Okay. Just making sure that I've not left any of the bit that should be grey bone coloured. There we go. Lovely. So that's another one done. Just this one to do now. Good little horror film if you're a Dracula fan. I'll have to check it out then. I did see you mention it in Longfang's chat and I was like, ooh, I've not heard about that. Which is surprising because I'm a Dracula fan. So yeah, I'll have to check it out. Where did you watch it? We want... Ah, with an eye patch, I see. It's a very nice tricorn you have there, Soup. Hey, Titan. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. I'm afraid we will be finishing up shortly. I'm just finishing off this base. A little bit more than that. Too much paint on the brush. Just gonna dab that off with my thumb. Okay, I think we may have to paint this metallic just so that it stands out a bit more from the slate. Just had my mum use my lunch hour to haul chairs across town. Oof. I'm sorry to hear that, Titan. I hope it was successful, though, so you don't have to do any more of it after work. And I hope work's treating you okay. What have we got? We've got... Ooh, this could work. Okay. So here's what I'm thinking. Put a little bit of the... This is Moonstone Alchemy from the paint company that I don't buy paint from anymore because they support fascists. Didn't find that out until after I'd spent a bunch of money on paints that I couldn't afford to replace. Hence why I still use the paints. But why we don't mention the name of the company. So I'm gonna do a very lazy job of painting this little guy. Just gonna try and get things covered, but probably not completely. I want it to look kind of battered and nasty. Oh, he's a griffin. I thought he was a dragon. Glad to hear that, Titan. Sucks that you had to use your lunch hour that way. But sometimes we do things that suck for our parents, and it makes our parents happy, and that makes us happy. So hopefully it's one of those kind of situations. There we go. So it's not very even, because I don't want it to be. Gonna have to wait a moment. But while I'm waiting, I can fish out a colour that will work really nicely for this. If I can find it. There we go. A bit of angel green. It's quite a dark green for angels. Could almost call it a very dark angel green. Or lawsuit green, if you prefer. We're gonna green this bad boy up a little bit. I put way too much paint on the palette considering how much I need for this, but I'm sure I'll find another use for it eventually. I would boo that, but fuck GW's legal department. Yeah, exactly. Like, I appreciate, especially because of how these kind of things work stateside, they've got to protect their IP and stuff, but chill the fuck out, guys. I'm gonna put green on this griffin's face so it looks like he's been crying. Poor sad baby. Which is what I say to Porthos when he's crying because he wants more food. There we go. I think that'll do. Oh, actually, let's darken some of the green up here as well. Let's have this be nice and dark, and this bit here. There we go. Nice and tarnished. You can't really see that, can you? Hang on. There we go. I'm going to water some of the green down. Brush it over the rest of the little guy. He's just super fucking battered. He's been here a long time. There's probably been water dripping on him considering the state he's in. And you know what? That's beautiful in its own right. So he's a little tarnished. Oh, he doesn't scream per se. He squeaks, sort of. And sometimes he squeaks so violently, like when he does his like I want the thing and you're not giving it to me squeak, he sort of moves his upper body, front body, like his front shoulders move forward, his back arches up a little bit, and if he does that too much, he throws up in his own mouth, and it's like, serves you fucking right, mate. If you're gonna have a tantrum, you're gonna give yourself reflux. This we know. No one to blame but yourself, little guy. He's actually, I don't know if I can't remember if it works on this stream setup or not. Which buttons do I press in which order? I guess it doesn't. Unless... No, it doesn't work. I didn't set it up for painting, because he's never on his bed when I'm painting normally. But here we are, and he's on his bed. He's asleep. He's asleep and being exceptionally cute. But I can't show you, because I didn't set the cameras up for that, because he never fucking does this. Except for on the one occasion when I want to show you. Fucking typical. Dogs. Never work with children or animals, they say. Oh, no, that needs a little bit of violence being done to it before we... So I'm gonna make it look even grubbier by covering it in Nuln Oil. Okay. I think what I might do as well is I might just put some watered down black over some of the brighter bits. Really rough it up. Having fresh wet palette paper on is so nice. Because it's actually really helping with the watering down. I'm over-watering things because I'm used to my wet palette being a little too dry. That's fine. Might put a little bit of brown ink over it as well. Nah, we don't want to go overboard. I say covering it in black paint after spending ages making it look weathered. Is it silly to put this much time into a thing on the base that most people aren't even going to bother looking at? Probably. Do I care? No. There we go. Happier with that now. Welcome back, Cypher. Good timing. We're just about to finish up. It wasn't a dragon, Cypher. It was a griffin. Thought it was a dragon. Oh, Soup, I'm sorry to hear that. Porthos is also not a big fan of fireworks. So, I know that pain. Right. I think we're all good. I can start sticking Ratos to bases in my downtime. What little I have. Oh wow, that's dried up really quick. Okay, you folks are going to love this. This is the palette paper that was on my palette before I started the stream. I looked at it and went, yeah, it's time for a clean sheet. But just sitting to the left of me, it's completely dried up because it was still wet. But that's kind of satisfying. Like, that looks like it's still wet, but it's not. It's just really shiny. And it makes good noises. I think my friend's 6-year-old brought something similar back from primary school. You see, I kept it to one side instead of just immediately binning it, so I'd got colour references for things that I'm going to need to remix. Now it's ASMR paper. Yeah, exactly. Hang on. Bet you weren't expecting palette paper ASMR today. And on that bizarre note, we will finish the stream. So I'm just going to put the lid back on my wet palette. Make sure it's nice and tightly sealed so that the new paper doesn't get spoiled. Yeah, I think that's sealed up. I'll put my ASMR paper to one side. Put all my brushes in the water pot so I can clean them after the stream's done. Not that you can see me doing that. And now... here we are. Thank you for coming along today, everyone. It's been absolutely lovely to have you all. I know it's been kind of a sedate one, and whilst I have been trying to keep up with chat, I believe there are things that I probably missed, and I'm sorry to those that messages got missed. Keeping track of things in my brain today has been very, very difficult, so I appreciate your patience as I've been flailing about. Torpor, thank you very much for redeeming the prize command there, because that means I don't have to ask somebody to do it. We do have a giveaway active on the stream. Today's prize is actually for 3 separate codes. It's for basically the odd box without Stranger's Wrath, because I don't have a code for that one. But it's Oddworld games. 3 of 4 Oddworld games. And it's 3 separate codes, so if you own one of them but not the others, and would like to gift the other code to somebody else, feel safe in the knowledge that you will be capable of doing that. I can see one person has entered the giveaway already, so I'll run a little countdown now in case anybody else wants to get in on the action. To enter, simply type !ticket, and that will get you 1 ticket. Or you can purchase up to 10 tickets by saying !ticket, space, then the number of tickets you wish to purchase, up to a value of 10. So, this is your last countdown to get in on 3 of the Oddbox Oddworld games. You have 5, 4, 3. Titan, if you want to enter. 2, 1. And a little bit for the lag and Titan in case they change their mind. The giveaway is closed. And as nobody else entered, our winner by default is Cypher. Congratulations, Cypher. I will send you your codes a little later. And by a little later, I mean at some point this week before my next stream. 'Cause sleepy. Not worrying, Titan, just giving you the opportunity. We've had people that have literally been in, that haven't seen any of my streams prior to the one that they jump into, and they follow literally just so that they can enter the giveaway, and that's fine. It's how the giveaways work. If you're a subscriber, you have a double chance of winning, so it's, you know, it's not like... you're completely scuppering people that have been here forever, but no, seriously, if you want to enter a giveaway, just enter the giveaway, it's fine. That's what it's there for. Oh, I intend to, Torpor. Slow is making hot dogs tonight, and I'm very excited about it. Okay. So I've done that. Rocket, are you still here? Noticed you were deathly quiet during the countdown. No Master Thief strike tonight. Let's see if Duke is live. Okay, I cannot see Duke. So unless Rocket... I can't see Duke on my list. Oh, shit, there he is. He's just in a different place to where I'm used to seeing him. Okay, that's fine. So, this is really difficult with my keyboard miles away from me. There we go. Chibi-Tan's just a little tired too. So, Rocket redeemed a Guide the Raid for somebody who then went offline. So, then requested that we raid Duke Silver instead, who is playing some AC6. So we're going to do that. If you aren't already following, or don't get pulled through with the raid, there is a link for Duke's channel. Absolutely fantastic streamer. Fellow resident of Beyond the Wall. And certified good bean. You're most welcome, Titan. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Yeah. So, if you're not going to join the raid, please do give Duke a follow if you're not already following, because he's absolutely fantastic streamer. He's the kind of streamer I want to be when I grow up. I'll do my best, Titan. Thank you. Right. I will be back on... This is so hard. And I don't even know if I'm doing this right. No, I didn't do it right. Okay, hang on. I need to be at my other chair. I think that's correct. Come on, Chibi-Tan. I will be over there tomorrow for Uncooperative Thursday. We're going to be playing Monkey Island, Sea of Thieves. So hopefully I'll see you all then. I've run out of time because that took so long, so take care, everyone. Bye-bye.